Hi, today we will be discussing about Docker. As earlier, we have already discussed about the architecture of DevOps, and also we have discussed various workflows. To make you understand, I have included one more workflow in this presentation as well, so it will become more easier because a lot many people are not able to grasp the concept of DevOps, as a lot of tools and applications are involved in that. So more you will see the workflow, you will understand it easily. So let's start with Docker. As earlier we have already talked about and we have discussed Linux and Git and GitHub, the basics of them. So this is also a beginners friendly course, so Docker we will be discussing in details. So basically what Docker is, now if you will see this particular image, then through this image only a message is coming that there is a boat or a ship, you can say, and a lot many containers are kept above the boat, and these containers are Docker. Like, basically what does Docker do? Docker creates lightweight isolated containers. So these are lightweight containers which are created by Docker, and these are isolated, like one application, or you can say one Docker is isolated from the other Docker. If one Docker or the one container will get affected, the other container will not be affected. So they are these containers have application code, libraries and dependencies, ensuring that the application runs the same way regardless of the underlying host system, whatever host system you have. So in whatever host system we are running our application, it should run without error, it should run in a faster speed, and it should have minimum downtime. So this is the purpose of a Docker. So basically what Docker does is it create a kind of container, or you can say a kind of box in which it includes all the packages and dependencies and libraries and codes of an application, and just transfer, or you can say just port it to another host, or you can say to another system where you want to run the application, because each and everyone is using different sort of host system, so many users. So for that, it is one of the most easiest way to deploy. So we will discuss, as I have told you, that we will discuss one more workflow today. So after seeing this workflow, it will get very easy for you to understand the architecture and the concept of DevOps altogether. So in this you can see the developer will push the code in the Git, as we have talked about it earlier. Now through the GitHub, uh, the Jenkins, which is the CI job, the continuous integration job, is to pull the code and the repository which is kept by the developer, and if it is error free, then the person who is pulling the code, or you can say the Jenkins, will keep the code. Otherwise the notification will go directly to the developer that this is not working in my machine, so you have to again check this and send it to me. So at every step there are chances to go back to the previous step, so that it is easy for the team to handle the errors, and also easy for the team to deploy the application and give the best results to the client and the user sets as well. So after that, when the Jenkins work is to create pipelines, which is continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline. It will pull the code, build image, run test and deploy. So basically it will do all the work. It will build the image, it will run test, and it will also deploy it. The work of Maven is to basically create artifacts. Like artifacts is like .jar files or .var files it will create, and basically it is building the code, entire code. Now the SonarQube comes in picture. It will check the code quality and security analysis. Now Docker Hub, like whatever, so Docker is basically works like there is the code will be fetched, the code will be taken from the source code, and from that the image an image is created, and through that image from the Docker file an image is created, and from that image the Docker containers are created, or you can say containers are created, and the images which are created, they are kept in a Docker hub. That's a registry, container registry, where all the images are kept, and whenever they want to like pull the image, they can easily pull from that, or whenever they want to make the image, they can make it anyway. So in this lecture we will be discussing everything, like from like how we can pull the image from the GitHub and do some changes, and directly how we can log in our system in terminals, and then we can create images through that. So these are the few commands which I have written over here. Firstly, let's make an instance. So I have already created an instance here by the name my first. So it is, you can see it is running. While making the instance, you must be knowing, in the previous lecture I have told you that you have to create a key pair and you have to download the key pair. So we will go inside this, and then this is the public and this is the private IP address. So what I'll do is, let me open my terminal. When I open my terminal, I'll firstly I'll connect this instance. After connecting, I will go on the SSH client, and here you can see you will copy paste this SSH key. You will just copy paste it here. Okay, here it is written permission denied. So if permission is denied, so you can easily read out these informations, and here you can see that there it is written chmod. First of all, what we have to do, we have to see that we have where we have kept our key pair file. Here I am right now. Let me see my present working directory. So I am not in the downloads. So first of all, I have to go inside the downloads, and inside the downloads I have to go inside the key. Now if I'll check ls, so there is my key here. Copy it from here and paste it here and see. Now I'll copy this and see whether it is working or not. If it will not work, then we have other solutions also. Yes, we have come. So we have connected through with our machine. It's Ubuntu. They have given us the IP address. This is the IP address. You can check. So let's get started. Now after coming here, we will use certain commands for Docker. First of all, let me update this. Sudo apt get update. Now I will sudo apt get install Docker IO. I have to install Docker IO in this. My Docker, it is already there. You can see the version also, but if you don't have, you can install it again, because I was working on this, so I already had Docker installed. Now after this, let me check what I have to tell you. See, now I have to do systemctl status Docker. I have to check that what exactly is the status of my Docker. So I'll do systemctl status Docker. What is the status of Docker? It will take some time. Now I will simply press Q for quit in this. Now we'll go again and check where we have left. So now we will see Docker. Yes, what all we have in the information of Docker. So I had created earlier one Nginx image, so it is already there. But if you want to like see, I have created it 37 minutes ago. So if you want to create one more nginx image, so what you will do in that case, you will just go in Google and type how to create nginx image on Docker, and they will give you a command. If you want to create some other image like Ubuntu or anything else, so you will get that accordingly. So, and you can if you want to take help, then you can see all your information regarding this are coming here. So you can take the help from the man command, and it will give you the entire manual for the same. Now if I want to create, see, we will again study and check that what exactly Docker image is and how it is created. So in this diagram you can see we have this Docker file, like supposedly our developer has given us this Docker file. Now from that Docker file our Docker image is created, and through the Docker image our containers are created. So in that case what you have to do is, supposedly I have to create an nginx image. So what I will do is I will write docker run nginx and see my image is getting ready. One image, it will take some time, so let me terminate it and open it again. So let me do docker yes command not found, because let me see where I am right now, pwd. So I have to go inside cd downloads pwd ls. Again I have to copy this and paste it here. Copy pasting the wrong one, sshi. So I have connected with my EC2. Now let me see docker ps. So I have got two images which got formed just 4 minutes away, like I have created one right now, and they have given the name. I have not given the name, so they have assigned some name to this, blissful hawking. So this is my new image which I had created. So now if I want to stop this, so I will stop. Let's say I have to stop this particular docker stop. I will take the id, no, not the old one, just take the id and write it down. And now if I'll again see docker ps, then now here you can see that one image is still, only one image is there. Okay, but if I want to again start it, then you can start it likewise, docker start. Now if I have to see that already I have created one file or one image, but I'm not like whether it will be running on the port or not. So I will again go on the EC2 instances and copy the IP address and see. So it's still buffering and it can't be reached, but I have to connect it with the port. So how will I connect it with the port? I will simply write docker run -d. It is in the background, daemon -port 880. I will give a name to this container and I will say nginx latest. So it is docker run id, docker run -d -p port 8080, then name, whatever name you have to give, like I have given nginx ctr, whatever, and then Nginx latest. Like this is the latest version. Now check. So it is created, and now I can check my code again. Now if you will check, so your welcome to Nginx, your this image is already been deployed and it is created. So this is